If you guys lacking coins for all the new cards that are out, then check out mulefactory.com. They're the cheapest site I've found for coins, they deliver in 5 minutes, and if you use TGC Kurt5 at checkout, you get 5% off your order. Check them out with the link down below now. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 17 video. Today we're going to be looking at some FIFA 17 nation changes. I feel like this year I've kind of taken it upon myself to like report and give you guys all the nation changes sort of info. So start of the game, we had the players that changed nations for this game. Some sick ones like Koulibaly, players like that. It was mental. Then about a month ago, I did a video of players and I did literally crazy amounts of research on it. Like I was even on Football Manager, like going 2 years ahead to see and notice if anyone changed nation. Like it took me ridiculous time to do that video. And it turns out I've got a lot of them right already. A lot of them have already changed nation. They're in a huge list. But these ones have all changed nation recently, actually in the game. They've finally done the update and changed these players' nations that needed to be done. So, before we get stuck into it, a couple quick things. If you guys could smash that like button, that would be absolutely unreal to show your support for this kind of nation changer stuff. And subscribe as well if it is your first time around here. Let me know if there's anyone that you know in the comments that may be changing nations soon. But first up, we're going to start off with Jason Leutwiler. He was originally Swiss on the game. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know much about this guy, because he's probably one of the more unknown ones in this episode. But Leutwiler, he is now Canadian on the game. I'm sure there's some Shrewsbury fans in the comments that absolutely love him and know what is going on there. I don't have a clue, but he's gone from Swiss to Canadian, a bit of an unusual one. A lot of the nation changes you tend to find like their nations are that far apart or something. Switzerland and Canada, very, very unusual. Next up we have, I mean, just as I mentioned about nations being right next to each other, we have one where the nations probably couldn't be much further away. It's Axel Tuanzebe, if that's how you say his name. Who knows? He was originally a DR Congo card. I'm sure you guys have seen it many a time. He's one of the better silver Premier League players on the game, even though he's only 67 rated. To have a centre-back with 75 pace is absolutely unreal. He's now gone from DR Congo to this English card, which makes it quite interesting because, of course, there are a lot of English silver BPL cards, so he gets the strong links there, but you do miss out on a few, like for example the strong link that he would have had with Balassi on the left hand side. That is now gone, so you don't get that link anymore. But next up we have a little bit of an interesting one. So Sam Morsy, he's constantly tried to force a move away from Wigan until recently. It was one of those things where he just didn't seem to really want to be there, and he went on loan to Barnsley, but Wigan actually recalled him and he decided to commit his future to Wigan. He wanted to stay there, help try and keep him up this season. Obviously in the Championship, they lost to Fulham last weekend. It's not going too well at the moment, but they're having a bit of a resurgence with all the new signings. But anyway, Sam Morsy is back, and he has moved from English to Egyptian. He actually made his debut for Egypt on August the 30th last year, so you would have thought this probably would have been done at the start of the game. If he's played for another international side, he should have been done when the game first came out. But it was only a friendly, so it still technically means he can play for England. If he has some sort of meteoric rise and ends up playing for someone big, that's probably the only way he'll get into the squad. But he could potentially still feature for England on international duty. So that's a bit of an interesting one. He's gone from English to Egyptian. That means like these guys would have linked and now they don't. Next up is a bit of a bizarre one. It's John Bostock. He's currently playing in France. He is a very unusual player in my mind. I feel like I see him like regularly, like his name, but he was originally Trinidad and Tobago and he's now English. I mean, with a name of John Bostock, you would think English. It's a bit of a weird one. I don't really get the situation behind this. Playing in France, nominated for England. You're never going to play for England, so why not just go ahead and go under Trinidad and Tobago? I know he's actually played at youth level for England, which probably makes sense as to why that is what his nationality is on the game. He was born in London, England, and he's played for England under 19s, but that was 6 years ago, back when he was somewhat a relevant player. So it's a very unusual one. I don't know why he's just had the nation change now. Who knows? Next up is Donis Avdijaj. I believe that is how you say his name. He's one of those players that it always seems to be like a career mode gem. He's very highly rated. This is the card we're used to seeing, is that one. But he's actually just registered to play for Kosovo. Obviously, that is where a lot of these players are, only recently becoming a recognised nation in FIFA. So they're starting to get quite a few players changing the nationality to Kosovo. There's a whole list, and there's probably about 15 other Kosovans that have gone. I've only tried to include like the higher rated ones, but fair enough. He's gone from German to Kosovo. I wonder if he'll ever get to the heights where he could have played for Germany. That would be quite an interesting one, but that is that for him. Next up is this guy, Turok, and this is actually how I found out that the nation changes had been done, like a big chunk of them. I didn't realise, and I saw this guy. He actually originally was Dutch, and he's now chosen to play for Turkey. I mean, he has an incredibly Turkish name. I don't think I've ever seen someone that's properly Dutch with a surname like that. I mean, it's not even pronounced Turuc, is it? Isn't I think the C is like an S, like a sh sound, Turuc. I might be wrong. I seem to remember that from when I went to Turkey. I may be way off base there, so apologies if I am. But he now has a Turkish card, which for me, playing in the Turkish league, that helps getting you strong links, but he's not really a player I'm going to use. Next up is Adam Unas. I'm not sure how you say it. This is another one of the ones. I'm really butchering names today. This is one that in the previous episode I actually plucked out and noticed. It's quite a common one for French players to also recognise as Algerian. You guys know why. And he is one of the ones to have done it. So, of course, he is one similar to Yassine Benzia, in fact. I think I mentioned this in the previous one, who was previously down as French and has then gone to Algerian, and now they'd actually get a strong link, but that's not relevant in this one. Adam Unas has gone from France to Algeria. Fair enough, he may eventually get into the Algerian squad, but they have a pretty good team. Like, just the front three of Brahimi, Slimani and Mahrez is pretty hard to break into, so he'll have to do some serious work if he wants to get into that. But next up is this guy by the name of Mato Jajalo. Now, he's one of the higher rated ones in this team, and he originally was a Croatian. Now, the whole sort of thing with Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, there's a lot of stuff going on around there, and I'm not going to get into it, but there's a few players that have made the switch from those sort of nations back and forth over time, with family leaving Bosnia. I mean, it's quite a common thing. Even Begovic, like, there's a lot of stuff that happens. A lot of people go back to Bosnia because of all the wars and all that sort of thing. But that's why Jajalo has gone to register for Bosnia-Herzegovina, because that is where he originally was. We're going to go to right wing. This is one that was in the last episode. This is one that I'm sure you guys all know, but he's still one of the main ones. That is Wilfried Zaha. Now, he has an Ivory Coast card. It's weird to me that his inform keeps its English card. Like, it's such a weird thing to see the players like that. It would be cool if you could have both cards in your team. Like, people sing songs like, "We all dream of a team of," like, whatever, insert player name here. Imagine having a team of Zahas, like two different versions of him. It would be pretty cool, actually. But obviously he's changed now to the Ivory Coast. I don't think he's played for them yet. Did he go to the African Cup of Nations? I'm not sure if he did. Maybe. Who knows? I probably should have checked that beforehand. But we're going to go to our left winger now, and this is Berisha. It's one of two Berishas, actually, that got nation changed. Etrit Berisha didn't. If you look, he is Albanian. There's a lot of Berishas in this whole section. It's very confusing. But this one, Besart Berisha, has gone from... okay, there's a few... I think there's even more Berishas then, because this one has gone from Albanian to Kosovan. But I'm pretty sure Valon Berisha has changed too. Let me check. Yeah, Valon Berisha has also changed. He's gone from Norwegian to Kosovan. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck him on the bench. So that's two Berishas right there that have changed nationality to Kosovan. It's obviously a common name over there. And yeah, these guys previously, obviously, he was Swiss and he was Norwegian. Both, all that sort of area, and they are now playing for their original nationality of Kosovo. Finally, now that they are a recognisable name. It's going to be interesting to see how they get on, because really, just from FIFA alone, you see they've got like a fair few decent players that could actually do a job for them. And you look at some nationalities, like especially some of the lower ones, there's absolutely nothing. So for Kosovo to enter into all like FIFA, all the sort of Confed rankings, it's pretty impressive, the players they've picked up. And it's going to be interesting to see like if they're actually any good. But last but most certainly not least is our second gold player, and that's Milicevic. He's actually quite a good player. He was originally Swiss. Switzerland have a lot of players involved in this whole sort of mix. He now plays for Bosnia-Herzegovina. I'm not sure if he's played any games yet, probably one or two. But he is our last in the team. It's, again, a pretty interesting one with like I said, the Bosnia-Herzegovinian thing going on. They probably have some decent players, actually. Obviously, we know Edin Dzeko and Begovic, but they've got some good players coming in around the squad that should make it quite interesting. But that, guys, brings us to the end of this episode. There is a whole list which I will include in the description down below. If you guys go all the way to the bottom of the description, you can see every single player, but these are the more notable ones. At the time of this video going up, I'm going to be in Germany. I'm going to Arsenal Bayern Munich. I'm out there for a few days, so I may be a little bit inactive in the comments, but when I get back, I promise I will reply to every single one of you. So smash the like button, leave any comments for any discussions you have down below. Have a fantastic day, guys, and as always, I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.